So with this, I welcome all the participants and our resource person, Dr. Sundaraj Perumal Bhaiya, who has been kind enough to take care of the sessions on Friday, the holistic health session, for a very long time after, ever since November. And each time we listen to him, we have a lot of takeaways and plenty of questions are resolved by Bhaiya on this occasion on Friday. So a very warm welcome to you, Sundaraj Bhaiya. And now we'll start our session with your permission.
Thank you, Manisha. So, I'm
Yes, perfectly okay.
okay. I am getting echo.
Echo. Are you connected through two devices? Then maybe.
No, I am not connected to two devices.
But we are not getting any echo from your end.
Okay, then no problem.
It's perfectly audible.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Yeah, like it's not from very long time. It's in the month of November. I think last year we had this student leadership program, and as a part of it, we had this holistic human health sessions also. And after that, we started this follow-up sessions without a break. We have continued. Maybe once during the celebrations, or some celebrations or some this thing, we had a break. Otherwise, we were regularly having these sessions continuously. And the essence of this holistic human health is that our health is in our hands, and it is our responsibility to keep ourselves healthy. We should not outsource our health to doctors or someone else. So we need to give ourselves some time to keep ourselves healthy, because this body, whatever it is, it's a wonderful tool of the self, and it will obey whatever the self decides to do. And self has to take the right decision, and for this body to stay healthy, self has to give proper nourishment, proper protection, proper right utilization, and for that self needs to have right understanding about health. So this yellow part which you are looking at in the chart, in this slide, is understanding part, understanding the principles governing the body, principles, universal health principles, which are applicable to every one of us in every time period, in every place. And once we understand these principles, we can design our lifestyle in a right way, so that we will never fall prey to any disease. And even if we have some disease, if body tends to get a disease, initially in the very initial stage, we will be able to recognize that there is some disturbance inside the body, and we will be able to correct the disturbance with some dietary corrections, correcting the routine, correcting the sleep, and all those things, and we will be able to get back to health without the manifestation of a bigger disease. So this is very important part, and the key is to establish communication between the body and self. Body tries to communicate, and continuously it gives information to the self. So and so a thing is happening inside the body. Please try to understand. Please try to recognize. See, this particular part is not functioning properly, or this much food is enough for me, or the quantity of water you are drinking is not enough, or the sleep is not in the right time. Continuously body tends to send signals. It is the responsibility of the self to understand the language of body, how the body is expressing, what the body is trying to communicate. It is our responsibility to learn the art of this communication. And once we understand what body is trying to tell us, we will be able to decipher its secrets, and we will be able to prevent many diseases. We will be able to plan our routine properly. So if you look at the second part of the second right side of the blue color block, returning back to harmony of health is something. See, staying in harmony is always important, but whenever there is disharmony, whenever there is a disturbance, we need to understand that there is a disturbance long before big disease gets manifested. So to return back to the harmony, we need to also know these premonitory symptoms. Premonitory symptoms are those signs or those signals body will give us, indicating that something bad is going to happen. You need to take care of the body. So once we understand these premonitory symptoms, immediately we will be able to correct the diet, use some simple home remedies, and prevent the manifestation of bigger diseases. So today, let us refresh our memory once again. Let us look into these premonitory symptoms of various conditions which might lead to bigger diseases. So, and if if we can't understand, if we can't decipher what body is trying to tell us in the initial stages, and if we don't take responsibility of returning ourselves back to harmony, then so many lifestyle disorders will appear, and people who get affected with lifestyle disorders, they are the ones who will also get affected with infections and other bigger problems. So it is very important for us to always stay in harmony and always listen to what body is trying to tell us. So this is something which is very important. So whenever there is a disturbance happening inside, body sends signals about the impending disease much before the manifestation of the disease. And if we observe these signals carefully, we can alter our food and lifestyle to correct the disturbances and prevent any diseases from manifesting. So if the body is having a disturbance which might turn into fever in future, initially what we will have, these are the premonitory symptoms. Like you feel lazy, you don't feel active, you want to take more rest, you don't feel like getting up from bed, and your eyes, they're shedding more tears, or eyes are becoming wet and tears are coming, and you are yawning too much, and you feel heaviness in the body, heaviness in the stomach, and even mind also is not ready to do some active thinking. It is experiencing this mental fatigue. And these are some things which are told in Ayurveda, like you don't know whether you like fire, sun, wind and water or not, whether you dislike or like, you are uncertain about whether you want to be in the hot weather or cold weather, something like that. You want to eat food or drink water, or doesn't want to drink water, like that. There is uncertainty, and there is indigestion. This is the most important symptom before most of the diseases. Indigestion. Don't feel like, you feel like if you eat in the afternoon, in the night time you don't feel like eating food. And then there is anorexia. Means there is no appetite at all. You don't feel like eating at all. And the strength is depleted. And the complexion, your skin texture and complexion also changes. And there is slight change in your own conduct. These are all the premonitory signs and symptoms of fever. And if you observe such symptoms, it is very important. The most important thing you can do in such situations is do fasting. Avoid eating food when you don't feel like eating food. Just because it is time, don't eat food. Do fasting, drink a lot of hot water. And of course, I will also tell you some home remedies after completing these premonitory symptoms, which you can try at home before even you try a medicine. Similarly, like there are some premonitory symptoms for skin diseases. If a particular patch of the skin is numb, it is not the sense of the touch is less or almost zero, or there is some numbness, and if a part of the body or whole body is perspirating excessively, lots and lots of sweat is coming, or there is no perspiration at all, and there is a discoloration of skin, whether it is hypopigmentation or hyperpigmentation. uh, Skin becomes much lighter or darker in color, and that patch becomes elevated in the skin, and there is itching, and there is pricking pain also, or sometimes there is an ulcer and there is pain. Ulcer is like a wound, unhealed wound, and there is pain in the ulcer. And sometimes these ulcers, they suddenly they appear and they don't heal, they get healed fast, and there is burning sensation in the skin. It's not like you will have all these symptoms. You can have one or two symptoms also. They might indicate that the skin is not healthy, and the skin is the almost like a mirror. Skin is not healthy, it indicates so many things. It can indicate there are worms in your intestines. It can indicate that liver is not functioning properly. It can indicate that the immune system is attacking the body. If the immune system is attacking the body, sometimes white patches appear, or psoriasis, skin peels out, and psoriasis disease, which is also an autoimmune disorder where immunity attacks our own body. Or sometimes the problem in the skin can indicate lots and lots of toxins in our blood, impure blood. Sometimes malnourishment also can create a problem in the skin. Sometimes excessive dryness inside the body will show in the skin as excessive dryness in the skin, or excessive oiliness inside the body will show excessive oiliness in the skin. So skin is like a mirror. Any problem inside the body will show in the skin. So it is very important for us to observe our skin and take good care of our skin. And it is also important for us to keep the skin pores open so that all the toxins from each and every cell of the body get properly excreted from the body through the sweating. Proper perspiration is very important. Nowadays, it has become a taboo, a stigma. Sweating has become a stigma. A sweaty person is not welcome. So people try to avoid sweat at any cost, but that is not the right way. You have to sweat a lot. That is the right way to detoxify yourself. So these are the premonitory symptoms which might indicate that in future you might get some skin problem. And in future, if you are prone to swelling in the feet and edema and inflammation, initially you might find local rise of temperature, burning sensation in that particular area, or dilatation of vessels. Sometimes the vessels in legs, they dilate. It is called varicosity. Veins which carry blood from different parts of the body to a heart. It's sometimes sometimes the vessel wall contains so many tiny muscles which become weak again because of some lack of nourishment to the muscles and all. And when the muscles become weak, these vessels, they bulge. Instead of staying thin, they become bigger, like balloons. They swell, and when the diameter of the vein, the vessel becomes bigger and bigger, blood flow from legs to the heart against gravity, it becomes very difficult. From the heart to different parts of the body is very easy because heart is pumping. But from different parts of the body, particularly from legs to the heart, it's very difficult because there is no pumping. Through surface tension, it goes. But when the diameter becomes bigger and bigger, the surface tension, I think it becomes less, and it is very difficult for the blood to travel upwards. And because of that, there will be fluid accumulation because fluid is not going properly to the parts. In between the cells, in between the tissues, there will be lots and lots of fluid accumulation, swelling inside the legs, hitting edema, and because of the accumulation in small vessels, so many clots will get formed, and these clots will obstruct the circulation further, and the new blood will not come, old blood will not go, and that particular area which is getting badly affected will turn black, itchy, ulcerated, and sometimes these vessels can burst and suddenly a lot of blood might be lost. And all these things are happening because the circulation is not proper. If the blood circulation is happening properly, if nutrition is reaching each and every part of the body properly, then all such things will not happen. And a very simple practice to increase our circulation every day, you can do this very simple practice is applying oil to the body. You might think, what will happen if we apply the oil to the body? You need not even do massage, just apply oil to the body. Do some physical activity, let the body sweat a lot. That will increase the circulation like anything. And all the nutrients which are there in your food will reach each and every part of the body. No vessel will become weak, no part will get obstructed, and there will be no swelling and all. So it is very important for us to observe these premonitory symptoms and avoid bigger diseases. Of course, there is this problem called piles or hemorrhoids, where similar thing happens in the vessel walls of our anal opening, anal canal, rectum. There also there are veins. If you look at the picture where it is labeled as internal hemorrhoid, actually it is a group of simple small vessels which are bulging and bulging and bulging, and they become bigger and bigger, and they are these hemorrhoids. And sometimes when the vessel wall becomes bigger and bigger, the thickness of the wall becomes thinner, and it becomes thinner and thinner. And whenever there is a hard stool cutting that vessel wall, lots and lots of bleeding happens. And because that area is wet and not so hygienic, it becomes very difficult for the body to heal itself in that particular area. So the bleeding piles, whenever you go to motion, bleeding might happen, or severe pain might be present, and so many other things will happen, and it is very difficult to treat if the digestive system is not corrected. So again, long before such piles or hemorrhoids appear inside the body, you will be able to observe indigestion. Indigestion is the root cause for all anorectal diseases, particularly hemorrhoids and piles. So there will be indigestion, weakness, gurgling sound in the lower abdomen, emaciation. People tend to become thin, and frequent irritations. Irritations is like having this udgara, belching, weakness in the thighs, and you like avoiding less stool is like you can't have a free bowel movement, and if you want to evacuate your bowels, you have to strain, you have to try harder to evacuate the bowels, feel constipated, and there is anemia also, less blood. All these are premonitory signs and symptoms which might indicate a future trouble in the anorectal region, particularly hemorrhoids or piles. And then problems in lungs and the respiratory system can happen, but long before you might see again problem in the digestive system, constipation, flatulence. You might wonder what is the link between this constipation, indigestion and lungs. There is a direct link, and we have seen that people who have constipation, they will have this breathlessness and People who already suffer with asthma or breathlessness, when they get constipated, immediately they'll get an attack of asthma, breathlessness. And when we give them a simple enema to clear their bowels, immediately their breathlessness will come down without taking any puffs and all. Of course, long before appearance of this respiratory troubles, there will be pain in the sides of the chest, pain in the cardiac region, and decline in respiratory functions. It's very important for us to regularly observe our breath. Whether you are breathing properly, it is something we need to consciously observe until and unless we are pretty confident that always we are breathing in a right way. Until and unless it becomes involuntary breathing in a right way, you should always observe what's happening inside your lungs while you are breathing. So as you are looking at the lungs in the slide, and below the lungs there is a diaphragm which separates our chest from the abdomen. And in the abdomen there are so many other organs. It's like there is no space in abdomen. But when the lungs expand, they can become double in their size. So to accommodate these lungs while you are breathing deeply, body tries to create space for these lungs. How? By expanding the abdomen and the chest. So while you are breathing, if your tummy is coming out while you are breathing in, then you are breathing in a right way. Unfortunately, whenever I ask the question to my participants or audience, 50% of people, they say that while they are breathing in, their tummy is going inside, which is a wrong way to breathe. If you are sucking your stomach inside while you are breathing, you are not even allowing the lungs to expand. You are not even, forget about giving space for lungs to expand. You are in turn pushing the diaphragm upwards and not allowing the lungs properly. Then the breathing will be very, very shallow breathing. But we need to breathe deeply. That is the right way of breathing. So for breathing in a right way, for doing a deep breath, all we have to do is expand the tummy and expand the chest and take a deep breath. And you need to practice this voluntarily. What I suggest to my participants is like put your both hands on your tummy and press them while you are breathing out. Press them inside while you are breathing out, and while breathing in, expand your tummy and stomach. Do this voluntarily for a few days. And after a few days, involuntarily this will happen. While you are breathing inside, tummy will expand. While you are breathing outside, breathing out, tummy will go inside. That should happen. So observe regularly whether you are breathing in a right way or breathing in a reverse way. You should also observe whether the breath is regular, rhythmatic or arrhythmatic. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. It's arrhythmatic breathing. And whether the breath is diaphragmatic breathing or only shallow breathing. Whether the breath is happening through the nose or through the mouth. Nose is like a small factory which makes the air conducive to enter the lungs, prepares the air so that it will not cause any difficulty for the lungs. For example, the air we breathe in is cold, dry, and full of so many dust particles or some other these things. So air gets filtered in the nose, and also the mucus inside the nose adds moisture to the air and also adds warmth to the air so that the cold air will not shock the lungs. So it is very important for us to breathe through our nose, not through our mouth. We need to observe whether we are breathing through the nose or through the mouth, whether our breath is shallow or deep, whether the tummy is going inside or coming out while you are breathing in, and also whether there are any breath sounds happening while you are breathing in, breathing out. So this will ensure that your lungs are always healthy just by ensuring you can also practice regular pranayam to train your lungs a proper rhythm while breathing is very important, and pranayam is the best way to create this rhythm while breathing. So these are few things which you can practice. And do you know that the respiratory rate, means the number of times we breathe per minute, is around 14 to 18 times in a human being, whereas the respiratory rate is 5 to 8 times in a tortoise and 25 to 28 times in a dog. So why am I telling you about this? A dog lives up to 20 to 25 years, human being can live up to 100 years, and a tortoise can live more than 200 years. So if you observe all the organisms, the slower the breathe, the longer they live. Unfortunately, all of us have become shallow breathers. We are not utilizing our lung capacity properly. When the lungs expand properly, they will be able to take 2.5 liters of air. One inhalation, they can take in 2.5 liters of air, but unfortunately, they are taking only less than 500 ml of air. It's like we are not even using 20% of our lung capacity. And because of that, we are doing number of breath, inhalations and exhalations per minute. We are making shallow breathing. And if you observe, when you are relaxed, when you are happy, when you are in a wonderful mood, your breath will be deep and very rhythmic. Whereas when you are irritated with anger or fear or irritation or anxiety or different mood swings or bad mental state, if you are in, then you can clearly observe that your breath is very shallow. And the key here is to convert that shallow breathing into deeper breathing so that the mental state will also instantly alter. Instantly from anger or fear, you will come back to relaxed mind. All you have to do is make your breath deeper. But many people told me that even though they have observed, they caught themselves breathing very fast when they are stressed out, even in that situation, when they try to do deeper breathing, they are unable to do it. Even if they try a lot, they are unable to do it. So what I advise is, when you catch yourself doing shallow breathing, all you have to do is hold the breath. Hold the breath for as long as possible. As long as possible, until you can't stay more time. You not even 1 second you can stay without breathing in. Hold it for as long as possible. Then you start breathing. Then you will be able to see that you will be easily performing. You can easily perform the deep breathing thing. And within 2-3 minutes, you will see that the mental state also gets altered. From anger or fear, you will come back to normalcy. So this is something you can practice. Okay. And before even the appearance of cough and cold, there will be a feeling of congestion in the throat, some kind of irritation in the throat and congestion, itching sensation in the throat, obstruction to the movement of food in the throat, or difficulty in swallowing. This might indicate that you might get cough or cold within 2-3 days. So even before your body tries to remove the toxins by vomiting, you might feel nausea with uneasy feeling in the cardiac region, excessive salivation, aversion for food, all indicate the toxins are building up and body is will try to vomit and remove the toxins from the body. So any deviation from normal functioning of human body is an early indicator of a future disease. So initially, obesity might indicate future diabetes or hypertension or even heart problems. And there are so many other bigger lifestyle disorders. All you have to do is maintain a good lifestyle so that you can prevent all these lifestyle disorders. To prevent the manifestations, dietary corrections, change in lifestyle, home remedies will be useful. And if the symptoms are not subsiding, then we should know when to consult a doctor. We will also discuss that part maybe next week. But this week we will speak a few things about home remedies. So this is the most common problem which might lead to so many other diseases. Indigestion. So whenever you don't feel like eating food or you feel like whatever you had in the lunch is not getting digested even by night time, you can try keeping crushed ginger with a little salt in your mouth and suck the juice just before eating food. Try to do this. This will stimulate the digestive fire and you will be able to digest the food easily. And pomegranate, anar, is a wonderful fruit. It is having so many antiviral and antibacterial properties. And also it improves digestive strength. 10 ml juice of pomegranate with 1 gram of black salt is very, very useful in rekindling the digestive fire. Fried jeera powder with honey or sugar, like 1 spoon of jeera powder mixed with honey. You can keep it inside your mouth for some time before bed, before food. That will also stimulate the digestive fire. 2 grams powder of cinnamon bark with water twice a day. 20 ml decoction prepared from 5 grams coarse powder of coriander with a pinch of ginger powder. Coriander powder 5 grams and decoction of ginger. No. We need to make a decoction of coriander powder and pinch of ginger powder. Ginger powder means dry ginger powder, shunti, which we call. A pinch of ginger powder and 20 ml decoction of dhania. The thing is, if there is excessive heat inside the body, and because of the excessive heat, if you have a digestive disturbance, then this home remedy will be very useful because this dhania or coriander powder is wonderful in reducing the heat inside the body, and adding little ginger powder will stimulate the digestive strength. 3 to 6 grams of fried jeera powder with rock salt can also be taken regularly. 1 to 2 grams powder of long clove with warm water will also increase the digestive fire. 5 to 10 ml of lemon juice with a pinch of salt and pepper before food. Just 5 to 10 ml of lemon juice with a pinch of salt and pinch of pepper. That will also stimulate the digestive fire. 3 to 5 grams powder of fennel seeds with powder of fried jeera and rock salt with warm water also will increase the digestive strength. And then 5 to 10 ml of tulsi juice twice or thrice daily will also increase the digestive strength. See, this is like whatever is available out of all these things, you can try either jeera or tulsi or ginger or whatever is available immediately you can try, so that the present day's digestion will not turn into tomorrow's bigger disease. And if there is abdominal pain because of indigestion or muscle cramps or some reason, stomach pain is there, so 5 ml of adrak juice in a glass of buttermilk with little lemon and salt will instantly bring down stomach pain. It's a wonderful home remedy. 5 ml juice of ginger mixed in a glass of buttermilk, a cup of buttermilk with little lemon and salt will bring down the abdominal pain. 1 gram powder of ajwain seeds with lukewarm water. Ajwain seeds also can be wonderfully acting as an antispasmodic herb. Muscle spasms, muscle gets contracted, and because of the contraction you get a lot of pain in the stomach. That can be relieved with this powder of ajwain seeds. And yes, another important thing is hing, asafoetida powder. You can just add a little powder of asafoetida in water and apply around the umbilicus and on the umbilicus. That will reduce pain. Or you can take 1 gram of fried asafoetida powder, fry it in ghee and mix it in buttermilk and take it twice a day. That will also reduce the stomach pain. If pain is due to diarrhea, you are having severe motions, loose motions, and because of that you are having severe pain, you need to allow the body to remove the toxins from the body. It's not like the moment you have 2-3 motions, immediately you have to take a tablet. No, let the body remove these toxins until, if you are feeling very weak, then you need to take some tablet, but otherwise let the body remove these toxins. But while this removal of toxins is happening, you are also getting stomach pain. Then to relieve this stomach pain, you can take again, it's actually 2 grams powder of jeera with warm water, but here it's not written. 2 grams powder of jeera with warm water should be taken. It reduces the motility of the intestine by reducing, and then reduces the pain. And then 3 to 5 grams of saunf powder. Saunf powder with buttermilk also reduces the stomach pain. 3 to 5 grams powder of amla fruit rind, like amla powder, also reduces the stomach pain. So these are a few ideas to reduce the stomach pain instantly. When there is loss of appetite, there is no feeling of hunger, then you can try these simple home remedies like 1 gram powder of ajwain seeds with warm water, taken half an hour before meals. 2 grams powder of dalchini and ajwain, keep it in your mouth and chew it in 3 divided doses before food. Half spoon of hing and jeera powder with food. 5 to 10 ml of karela juice with buttermilk. Honey with a pinch of pepper powder 3 to 4 times a day. 20 ml decoction made of neem leaves given on empty stomach. This is like if there is some kind of worms or something like that, there will be, just a moment. Rajkumar, నేను సెషన్లో ఉన్నాను. 8:30 తర్వాత కాల్ చేయాలి. So 5 to 10 ml of karela juice with buttermilk also reduces the appetite, increases the appetite. Honey with a pinch of pepper powder 3 to 4 times a day also increases the appetite. 20 ml decoction made from leaves. Neem leaves, if the loss of appetite is due to some worms in the intestines, this drinking of 20 ml of decoction, neem decoction, for 3 days, just for 3 days on empty stomach will help a lot. Particularly for small kids, where you find small white patches because of some worm infestation, for them it works wonders. 5 ml lemon juice with salt and a pinch of pepper before meals will also increase the appetite. 3 to 5 grams powder of roasted saunf with buttermilk and little pepper powder and salt, that also can be taken to increase the appetite. 5 to 10 ml of tulsi juice twice or thrice daily also will increase loss of appetite. And if there is flatulence or accumulation of gas, 2 grams of carom seeds, ajwain seeds powder with equal quantity of saunf powder with warm water will help in reducing the flatulence. 6 ml of garlic juice with honey also will reduce the gas trouble. And if there is continuous loose motions, 10 ml decoction of pomegranate fruit skin, not the fruit inside, the fruit skin, the outer leather skin is which is there. Take decoction of that 10 ml thrice a day. That will stop this diarrhea or dysentery, loose motions. And of course, lots and lots of pomegranate fruit. It will also help in strengthening and reducing the dehydration. Ash of elaichi skin, whatever is there, this cardamom skin is there. Burn it, make ash, and take it with little honey 4 to 5 times a day. That also will stop these loose motions. And the fruit which you are looking here is jaifal. So you can take a pinch of powder, or you can rub the jaifal for small kids when they are having loose motions. We ask the mothers to rub this fruit on a stone. Add a little breast milk and rub the fruit on the stone, and take that gandh, the small paste like thing which is there, and give it to the small kid, and instantly it helps in reducing the loose motions. 1 to 2 grams powder of fried jeera with 250 ml buttermilk 4 times a day also reduces this dysentery. White onion chopped and fried in ghee can be eaten twice with rice. That will also reduce diarrhea and dysentery. And there is acidity, excess acid production inside the esophagus and stomach. Again, pomegranate fruit. You can see that so many problems can be solved by this pomegranate fruit. And a research shows that if you take this pomegranate juice and keep it in a bowl full of bacteria, within few minutes it will kill all the bacteria. It is having such a great this thing, and very good for oral cavity. There is some oral infection. Pomegranate is a fruit of choice. So even to reduce the excess acid production, 10 ml juice of pomegranate is very useful. 3 to 5 grams powdered fruit rind of Indian gooseberries, amla, twice a day with milk, or 10 to 20 ml fruit juice twice a day, like fresh fruit juice, or 3 to 5 grams of powdered fruit rind of same thing, the amla juice or even raw amla can be eaten to reduce excess acid production, acidity, and ulcerations. 5 to 10 grams of ghee boiled with jeera. Like you can take ghee, put jeera in it and boil it, and use that ghee to mix in your rice. That will also bring down the excess acid secretions. And tender coconut water is also a wonderful antacid. And you feel like having vomitings and it's like happening regularly, 1 to 2 gram powder of cinnamon with honey thrice a day in divided doses is helpful. And elaichi powder, it's not 500 grams, it is 500 milligrams, 250 milligrams to 500 milligrams powder of elaichi seeds fried in ghee thrice a day with honey is also very helpful. Ash of elaichi skin, 2 grams with little honey 4 to 5 times is also helpful. 5 to 10 ml lemon juice mixed with water, sugar, and pinch of salt is also helpful in vomiting. So, and then if there is constipation, 3 to 5 grams powder of, again, fruit rind of Indian gooseberry is very helpful. 5 ml ghee put in a cup of warm milk just before bed. If you take 1 cup of warm milk with 1 tablespoon or sometimes even 2 tablespoons of ghee, that will also help in increasing the movements in the intestines and a free motion will happen. And then 5 grams of hurd at bedtime with hot water is also very effective in relieving constipation. If you have constipation and obesity, excess weight, then there is a wonderful home remedy to reduce constipation and also reduce excess weight. That is, soak 5 grams of this hurd powder in buttermilk overnight and take it early morning on empty stomach. And again soak 5 grams of hurd powder in the morning in buttermilk and take it in the evening. Like that, if you take every day For 1 month, you can lose at least 3 kilos of weight, 3 kilograms of body weight, and the constipation problem will also get relieved. And if hiccups are coming and they are not stopping at all, just you can chew 1 to 2 elaichi pods, not more than 4 per day, or 1 to 2 grams powder of pepper seeds with sugar can be taken to stop hiccups, or 1 to 2 grams of lavang powder with honey can also be taken to reduce these hiccups. Bleeding gums is some problem experienced by most of the people. Very simple thing is to massage the gums and increase the circulation, and to massage you can use this fine amla powder that will help in reducing the bleeding gums. Pinch of pepper powder mixed with honey can be applied to the gums after gargling with warm salt water. After gargling, apply a pinch of pepper with honey on the gums. Apply mixture of ginger, pepper, rock salt, honey and ghee to the gums twice a day. Or again, fruit skin of, it's not written here, it is actually hard again, can be crushed and rubbed gently twice a day regularly to the gums. Now, of course, there is a wonderful medicine called G32 by Alarson Pharmacy. We have medicine called G32. Tablets are there. Every day, 1 tablet, crush the tablet and apply to the gums. It contains many medicines which will reduce this bleeding gums. It's very effective. And then, if there is severe toothache, keep fried hing. You fry the hing and keep it in the tooth where the pain is there. Or crushed lavang can be kept in the carrier's tooth where there is a hole and there is pain. And if there is bad breath, gargling with warm decoction prepared of fruit skin of, actually again amla, it's not written here, 3 to 4 times a day can be taken, or 1 to 2 elaichi seeds to be chewed frequently, or little quantity of saunf can be chewed frequently. A small piece of ginger can be chewed frequently to reduce bad breath. If there is sunstroke or dehydration, 20 ml of decoction prepared from coarse dhania powder with sugar and pinch of salt. This dhania reduces excess heat and also prevents sunstroke also. Tender coconut water is also very good. Plenty of onion also reduces, prevents the sunstroke. Fever. If there is fever and immediately you do not want to take medicine, all you can do is take decoction of dhania powder with sugar. It's like sugar, and when I say sugar, it is more like mishri, not the regular white sugar. 30 ml of decoction of handful of tulsi leaves and 5 grams of dhania. Because, see, if you look at these home remedies, wherever there is excess heat, whether it is sunstroke or fever or burning sensation or acidity, dhania is wonderful in reducing this excess heat, excess pitta. And there is cold. 10 ml decoction prepared from piece of ginger every morning prevents a recurrent attack of cold. 20 ml decoction prepared from 5 grams of coarse powder of coriander seeds with sugar and turmeric powder thrice a day, or use dhania powder as herbal tea every morning prevents cold, cough and problems related to digestion. Sometimes even excess heat also causes cold, running nose. Then the dhania powder is very effective. 20 ml decoction prepared from dhania powder, methi seeds and turmeric powder can be taken 2 to 3 times a day. 2 grams of turmeric powder with warm milk and sugar twice a day can be taken. Decoction of 1 gram of turmeric powder or use of haldi in herbal tea like golden milk also will be very useful in preventing cold. Now, how to prevent cough? Like little elaichi powder with a teaspoonful of honey will stop this excessive cough, particularly dry cough. Chewing elaichi frequently helps. 2 to 5 grams of powder of dried rhizome of ginger is shunti with jaggery. Jaggery and shunti also helps reducing cough. Cinnamon also, if you put it in your mouth and chew it, throat irritation comes down and dry cough will be reduced with cinnamon. Crushed garlic bulb boiled in water can be taken with mishri. It also reduces cough. Clove also reduces, chewing clove also reduces cough. And one important thing which I have forgot to write here is again harad or haritaki. That is wonderful in reducing cough. It is a practice in my state. Everyone knows it. Like small piece of harad, they keep it in the mouth and keep it like this and just keep on chewing it. Keep it in the here like this, and they chew, and cough comes down instantly, particularly when the cough is very severe. And if there is sinusitis and the sinus has got blocked, and because of this you have blocked nose and headache, warm paste of ajwain seeds powder can be applied on the forehead and little below the eyes in the morning. That will reduce the sinusitis. And if there is nasal block, 1 to 2 grams of ajwain seeds powder should be put in steaming water and the vapor can be inhaled. Aches and pains, 10 to 20 ml decoction prepared from 2 grams of dry ginger, shunti. Just drink the shunti water and pains will come down. And if there is headache, again apply the paste of dry ginger powder. Like, we can take 1 spoon of powder of ginger, mix it in 1 cup of milk and boil it till it becomes paste and apply it on the forehead or apply anywhere where there is pain and swelling. Pain will be reduced instantly. Dalchini can be rubbed with water on a rough surface and apply that gandh on the forehead. That will reduce headache. If there is ear pain, 2 to 4 drops of fresh warm juice of ginger can be put inside the ear only if there is no pus and discharge. This will work wonders. 2 to 4 drops of warm fresh garlic juice for installation in ear. Or you can do one thing, take til oil, crush garlic and put it in the oil and heat the oil. Heat for a considerable, like maybe for 1 to 2 minutes. Then remove the garlic, allow the oil to become lukewarm, then put it in your ear. Instantly the pain will come down. And warm coconut oil prepared by boiling the powder of long can be put in the ear to reduce the pain. 2 to 3 drops of lukewarm tulsi drops also can reduce ear pain. If there is acne, paste of again dadima is anar seeds can be applied to the face, which will reduce acne. Or applying haldi paste is also helpful. Haldi with water or milk or cream on face gives glow to the skin and removes unwanted hair if used regularly. And 5 to 10 ml of Karela juice in empty stomach once a day for at least 15 to 20 days will reduce the acne. It purifies the blood and it will reduce the skin irritations. Black pigmentation over the face is a common complaint in ladies, especially around menopausal age. Black pigmentation. The jaifal, if you take jaifal, rub it in the milk and apply that milk on that particular area, it will help in reducing the blackish discoloration here like this. Skin allergies, 1 to 2 grams powder of ajwain seeds with water, or 1 to 2 grams of powder of fried jeera with milk, or little pepper powder with coconut oil to apply in the local area where there is skin allergy. Pepper powder with coconut oil. We prepare a medicated oil also with pepper powder. It's called marichadithyl for many skin infections, itching and all fungal infections. 5 to 10 ml of Karela juice in every morning, empty stomach will reduce the skin infections or allergy. 10 ml juice of neem leaves with honey twice a day also reduces this black skin allergies. 5 to 10 ml tulsi juice twice or thrice daily also reduces the skin allergy. Dandruff, hair fall, graying of hair. Indian gooseberry or amla soaked overnight in water for application on the scalp 2 hours before bath. Or paste prepared from fruit rind of amla. Just either you soak it in water or you can better is soak it in buttermilk, amla powder. Soak it in buttermilk and apply it as a hair pack. 1 to 2 fresh fruits eaten every morning. Amla, if you eat regularly, it prevents hair fall and early graying. Scalp can be massaged with methi paste mixed in water 2 hours before bath. Methi is good, amla is good. Coconut oil boiled with methi powder is also very good. Methi paste acts as a good hair conditioner also. Whenever there is a burn or ulcer or wound, wonderful herb is aloe vera. Just take the fresh aloe vera, remove the skin and apply it. If there is burn, instantly applied, it will allow the skin to heal itself and it will not produce any bubbles and all. And very fast it will get healed. Applying ghee over the affected burnt part is also very helpful. Or you can wash the ulcers with the decoction of haldi, and applying paste of haldi is also useful in ulcers and wounds. Paste made by mixing ghee with or coconut oil, you can apply it on the ghee and coconut oil, mix it and apply it on the wound. It will help in wound healing. Honey and ghee also can. Honey is a wonderful wound healer. Coconut oil can be applied frequently. Warm application of paste prepared from neem leaves over affected part. Tulsi juice made with honey and haldi is also effective. My experience is water kept in copper vessel. You take that water, then use that water to make a paste of neem leaves and the haldi. Apply it on the non-healing wound or ulcer. It will heal very fast. Copper itself is having a wonderful healing property. For reducing the menstrual pain, 1 to 2 grams of ajwain seeds with warm milk thrice a day for 2 to 3 days is wonderfully effective. Or eating 2 3 grams of healthy powder early in the morning on empty stomach also reduces menstrual pain. Hoarseness of voice, 1 to 3 grams of dry ginger powder with honey 3 times a day reduces the hoarseness of voice. Intestinal worms, 3 to 5 grams of dhania powder with jaggery or 10 ml karela juice with jaggery in the morning. 20 ml decoction of neem leaves given on empty stomach. All these things will reduce the intestinal worms. For reducing stress, external application of 20 to 25 to 50 grams of Indian gooseberry fruit rind ground in buttermilk to the forehead, to the head, apply it like a paste, and that will reduce the stress. And many psychological problems, we apply this amla paste soaked in amla powder soaked in buttermilk, apply it on the whole head. It's very effective. Aroma of dalchini has a soothing action in my mind. Crushed pieces may be kept in the hanky or near the pillow. You can put it, or just drinking hot water itself will increase the blood circulation to the brain and it will reduce the stress and irritation. You can just try whenever you are feeling low or whenever you are feeling depressed or irritated. Drink a glass of hot water. It will reduce. It will lift your mood. Memory, to using ghee regularly every day, particularly for children, it improves the memory. Joint pains can be reduced by applying 5 grams paste of garlic bulb with honey. It can be taken inside 5 grams paste of garlic bulb with honey. Warm garlic paste mixed in any oil can be applied over the joint to reduce the joint pains. Obesity, 1 teaspoon of honey with a glass of normal water, normal temperature water regularly, honey, not hot water with honey. Harad powder, as I told you, soaked in buttermilk, taken on empty stomach will reduce obesity. Body pains, 2 grams of methi powder mixed with 2 grams of jeera powder with balm milk and sugar twice a day. So these are a few home remedies which are being practiced in our country from many years. Sorry, I took a lot of time, not leaving any time for questions. Maybe I can take 1 or 2 questions because it's already 8:30. So
Yes, and it was so engrossing and interesting, that we just couldn't take our eyes off the screen and the ears of your voice. So maybe, dear friends and dear participants, if there's a quick question, it will be nice to take it up. We even have Sukhadaji with us today. So Sukhadaji, if it is fine, you can also interact with Sundar Bhaiya. So maybe if any of the participants would raise their hands, it will be good. Some of the students are also here with us. Sneha, Abhay, Jeet. So dear children, beta, dear students, in case you would like to put forward any of your queries, it will be good